Did you guys know when you were making the first record that you were going to have a hit record?
We pretty much knew about Light My Fire because we played it every night.
Because live
at
reaction
the
to
Whiskey,
it.
and the reaction was always the same. The only problem was we couldn't put it out because it was too long.
Yeah.
You know, it took us a year or so to say, okay, we'll cut the damn instrumental out.
Yeah.
Our favorite part of the song.
When he first played it, wherever it was, your parents' house or somewhere, I went, oh fuck, there's something there.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't say it, I just felt it. And the edit was just castrating.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was this 3-minute limit.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul just waffed out all the solos.
Talk about this 3-minute limit for people that don't know. Why was there a 3-minute limit?
Well, for AM radio,
Right.
there was FM radio was just starting,
Yeah.
so they could play whatever they want. But you know, for AM radio, you had to stick to 3 minutes or less. So the only way we could get Light My Fire on the radio was to cut out the middle part, which we finally did. You know, our first single was Break On Through.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which was,
Didn't do that well.
you know, got to number 11. And we called up the stations, hey, this is Fred Schwartz, play it.
Don't tell me that stuff was going on even back then.
Shit, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No.
But it was, you know, this sophisticated.
And they busted us too. They said, okay,
Yeah.
stop calling.
Yeah.
We know who you are.
You know, it was this bossa nova I picked up from a girl from Ipanema that at the time
Yeah.
it was coming up from Brazil. And I made it fast, and it was kind of sophisticated. I think it was too, for a big hit record. Now it's a cult.
Yeah, it was too sophisticated for AM radio hit,
So
I think.
the exciting thing was FM is starting to blossom, and we're playing the long version. We're playing the 6-minute version of, and then they started competing at that, and the whole FM.
Yeah, there was this guy named Dave Diamond. Dave
Right.
Diamond and the Diamond Mine.
Right.
KBBQ was the first FM station in LA. It was in the Valley.
Okay.
And he would call us and say, hey, every time I play that Light My Fire, I get 1 million calls. It's a hit. It's a hit.
Cut it down. We went over to his house. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
He said, cut that down. Okay. And then the FM goes nuts with the long version, which made us so happy to break that barrier.
I'd like to take a second to talk to you about this channel. This is actually Rick Beato 2. I've had it since the beginning of my main channel, and many of you are not subscribed. As a matter of fact, 87% of the people that watch this channel regularly are not subscribed. So I encourage you to hit the subscribe button on this channel and on my main channel. This will help me get even more of my dream guests and help continue to grow both channels.
Ed Sullivan thing about the lyric change in the song, is that true?
It was, but it wasn't like the big deal that they make about it, you know. I mean, I thought they were kidding, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
You know, saying, really? I said, fuck it, let's just do it the way we do it, you know.
And afterwards,
Did anyone say anything afterwards?
yeah, they
yeah.
said, you boys will never do this show again. And I think Jim said, well, we just did it, so we don't care.
No, that was in the movie.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm an AI person right now.
I like
I'm
this.
fake.
I like this.
No, this guy, Bob Precht, he was the producer of the show.
Yeah.
He was the one that
I do remember Mr. Sullivan coming around when we were rehearsing saying, you know, you boys, you look good when you smile. You should smile.
So that's
tonight.
true. That's in the movie too.
That's true.
And that is true.
And that is true.
Yeah, if you notice, I have this goofy smile on my face. in the real thing.
I mean, you've made it when you're on the Ed Sullivan Show. You've
Yeah,
made it.
exactly.
Did Jim care about stuff like that, or Ray? Did Jim care about you being on that, or did he
Ray
didn't
did.
care?
Ray did more
Ray.
than Jim.
Yeah. I remember we had our first giant riot at a giant concert, and afterwards, Jim said, "Okay, we've done that. Let's go to an island and start over," you know. Which is wonderful in a way, because, I don't know, it's over and over the same giant.
Which was that?
Think about Stephen Martin. He quit at the peak as a comedian. Wow.
Was Jim a fun guy to hang out with?
He could be. He
Yeah.
could be the greatest guy ever to hang out with, and then sometimes he could be the worst.
And what would be the difference in those two?
Alcohol.
Okay. So became a different person when he would
Yeah.
drink.
Jimbo, we called the other guy.
Okay.
I mean, his real problem was the Oedipus complex. He had the worst Oedipus complex that I've ever seen.
That's why he wouldn't let her into the gig, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Did Jim have times of being just a normal guy that you could just hang out with?
Yeah.
Yeah, more in the beginning,
Okay.
especially
Yeah.
in the beginning. But yeah, he was great to hang out with, you know.
He was provocative. He liked pushing buttons. He liked seeing where
Yeah.
people's edges were. But, you know, as his self-destruction increased, we kind of backed away.
Robby, are you hitting your fuzz then in the chorus part?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I stole that lick from Bloomfield.
And it sounds like there's an echo on your guitar there in the verse.
Probably that.
That's
This
post.
famous room over
Yeah,
there.
they're gonna let us in there.
chamber there.
Yeah.
Would your live take sound identical to this, pretty much?
Not as much reverb overall, but
Yeah.
that was the band, yeah.
And
Just raised left
I
hand,
mean, we
no
only
bass.
had 4 tracks, you know.
okay, so Jim, when he's doing this, he would do a scratch vocal, then he'd come back in and do a final vocal.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, we really only had two tracks, because it would be the organ and guitar on one track,
Terrible.
one side,
Terrible.
and on the other side is the
Bass and drums,
Bass and
or
drums.
the keyboard bass and drums.
and then the voice
two-
in the middle. Voice
Yeah.
in the middle.
You and Ray should have been split,
Exactly.
but God knows
Why the fuck?
whatever.
Terrible.
You know, I mean, it was our biggest record ever, and it's been downhill ever since. It's not technology, is it? Right?
Not technology, no.
You know.